Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then.
I suppose if you're playing in an attacking position in this team, then having a craftsman like Rui Costa beside you is a dream.
He's in most people's lists of great number 10s.
I'm going to go along with that too.
Rijkaard. Mateus. Mateus! Magnificent from Mateus!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
You just know there is no stopping that.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
He's tried one! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Chance! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Howson. Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. And it's Rui Costa. It's Dembele! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Hit into the middle. And that has been knocked clear. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. That's an imaginative pass. And that is as far as they're going to go. And this is Dembele. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And this is Can he finish? Well, now in he goes again. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Haaland is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Substitution for Manchester United, number 21.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Shin to shin, bicep, and he wins out. Gone through. Now it's Haaland. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Bergkamp! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
And this is Bergkamp. It's Buck! It's hit the upright. Rice. Mateus! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Corner number 2 then. It's a mighty effort!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Van Dijk. Mateus, a player who needs no introduction. Bergkamp. He's had a shot! And it's Zanetti. And Zanetti. He's being urged to shoot. Has crossed in. He gets big! And he hits the net! And this is getting better and better. Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Oh, it's a fantastic...
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Barcelona are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. So we're just settling back into this second half. And he cuts out the supply. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Bergkamp. He could be in here. It's Bergkamp! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Barcelona have their third corner.
Substitutions taking place.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Camavinga. Rice did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, that was vital. Couple of goals between the sides, and it's still early in the second half.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And it's Bergkamp. Oh, he's burst through. Camavinga. Irwin. Played in by... He's got Tool. It was a good ball, that, played into his feet.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Now it's Dembele. Mateus. Now it's Owen. It's a searching pass. That's beautifully weighted. Can he finish? Relentless! Just relentless! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Ambitious ball here. And there's green grass ahead of him. Climbs up big! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Camavinga, Owen. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. And he's away.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him. And
Owen! And it's in! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. And a trademark move ends with... and that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Please be made aware.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way.
Javier Zanetti will be having a very busy game for sure, Peter. He'll be raiding the flanks all game long, if he's allowed to, of course. But if he starts beating people and getting balls into the box consistently, I can only see one winner here.
And he does it with such assuming demeanour. He makes the ordinary look beautiful, doesn't he?
He does, absolutely. His game is just laced of sheer brilliance.
Fired deep, big header! There it is!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Devoid of any complexity, but boy was that certain.
Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
Manchester United finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Good take, and is he in? That has not gone. There's the shot! They want to be quick to recover this. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Roll in acres of space out wide. Oh, played through for the wide man. Goes for a shot! And it's in! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count. Oh, smashing header! Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Law is on his own. Law! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Law is offering a wry smile there.
Manchester United with the corner. They're first. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. He's gone for goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Now that is commitment to the cause. Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. That has been cut short. Aimed beyond the defence. Rijkaard cuts out the pass. Bergkamp. Looking for options for movement. He might... Oh, shooting chance! Outstanding by Law! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. You just know there is no stopping that.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Manchester United go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Camavinga.
There will be 3
Played into space, and it's been played through. Plenty... Real chance! And he hits the net! And right on half-time, that is telling! One sweeping move. He's having a hit! And the first 45 minutes are up. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Hello attendees, this is a lost children's announcement. Would the father of a boy in a blue hat kindly make his way to the information center? Substitution for Barcelona, number 24, Bergkamp.
Here we go again then.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Coming on the field,
That's an excellent interception. Barcelona come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Picked out brilliantly. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. That's rather hopeful. And the goalkeeper watches it past.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
Raul. So we've reached the hour mark. Played out wide. And he welcomes it in. And it's a mighty effort! They've done it! And this is getting better and better. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
He has a look up. And Del Piero! Alessandro Del Piero! Another ice-cool goal! About as smooth as it gets. What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Swings in across.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Hullet.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And that is a little undercooked. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Cross it, terrific header! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out a chance for a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Szoboszlai really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. This is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
He gets big! He has done it! They have stolen level at the last! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
All square again into the dying minutes.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Law voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here.
Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
That ball looks a good one. Real chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Santos finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Nicely shaped ball, and the through ball. Haaland! Worth a try, but not this time.
That's unlucky. The idea was really smart for me, and he's had a good go at it.
Santos upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Davids. Goes for goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Szoboszlai is offering a wry smile there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
It's a mighty effort! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And he's had a hit! Relentless! Just relentless! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And that should get the job done. Well, they've got it again. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Mbappe knocks it into space. Decent chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Barcelona looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Van Dijk. And it's Cannavaro. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
No, that's been intercepted. And here's Mbappe. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Szoboszlai does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Good ball over the top. Tries a shot! He scores! And they're at it again in double quick time. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end,
And the shot! That is some save from... Oh, he's been caught napping. He's having a shot! It's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Barcelona really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Barcelona are looking awesome. Going into half-time with a lead then that is surely insurmountable. And we are already promptly back underway. And Del Piero! And he couldn't quite make it 6.
Barcelona certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Oh, important interception. And that was very necessary. And here's Cruyff. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Haaland. The less said about that pass, the better. Bellingham. Almost an hour gone.
Mbappe really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Threads one in. And this is Eto'o. Eto'o! Park Ji-sung. He has a look up. Plenty to aim at here. Nice control. Bellingham climbs up big. He has done it. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Santos playing for pride here. The match surely beyond them. Davids. And that interception was... That's rather hopeful. Van Dijk.
There's no respite if you're being chased down like this.
And it's Szoboszlai. And here's Del Piero. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Great chance here from position A1.
Well, he knows he has the ability to put this exactly where he wants. He'll always back himself.
Del Piero! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Cruyff. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's fabulous. Shot a goal! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can spring out of defence.
Has been indicated.
And here's Eto'o. Oh, that's neat. Eto'o! And that is the last effort. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And that gets things running. And the lineup suggests, Jim, that it's going to be a 3-4-3 formation.
Well, I always feel, Peter, that central midfield is a big area of responsibility in this system. It's not as easy for the front three to get behind the ball quickly if one of the wing-backs is pushed on. Then the boys in the engine room have serious cover to provide. So
Shoots! Brilliant! A finish of true class! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, easy pickings there. Baresi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Knocks it into space. Wriggles his way through. He's got away. Irwin stood in strongly. Nesta is there to clear. It's a pretty loose pass. And the pass is intercepted. Irwin. And that should get the job done. Played back into the centre. Barcelona are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. And it's Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai!
Szoboszlai really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Getting on for a third of the way through the game. And this is Del Piero. And he plays one through. Chance! And he hits the net. Again, in a trice. And they are soaring. They forced the error. Extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, what...
And Batistuta! That was superb goalkeeping.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Colombia with the ball. There first. Punched away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Can he get it through? And it's been played through. Oh, that's fabulous. Del Piero! And how good was that? Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
And the shot! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
This possibly the last play of the half. It's a mighty effort! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Rijkaard picks it up from the goal kick. Batistuta. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Barcelona absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Barcelona have established themselves in a position of absolute supremacy. An action-packed 45 minutes, and they have raced into a 3-goal lead. And we are back underway. Colombia needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Tries from a long way out. Now that was quite some save.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
It's their second corner of the game. Terrific header! Relentless! Just relentless! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Substitution for Colombia, number 23, Johan
So the
Cruyff.
manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Barcelona are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Del Piero is being harried and hassled.
And what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
That is a great pick out. Good take. Can he finish? He has done it! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up.
Chance for a shot! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Corner number 2 then. He's in a great position. Real chance! João Pedro. DiMarco. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Rice is standing over this one. A real chance then to... He's gone! Shot! Oh, denied at the last. Now it's Del Piero. It looked as... It lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And he's let fly! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Rijkaard. Spread out to the left. And he's quick to snatch it back. Scholes is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. It's a goal kick. Davids gathers from the goal kick. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Ramos. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Pinches it off him. And that's it. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we're underway. What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, they call him the Titan, Peter, and the reasons are fairly obvious. As personalities go, we're talking big.
As close as you get to goalkeeping perfection. Ronaldinho. Xhaka cuts out the pass. All the way back. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Ronaldinho. He's had a shot! Goal! Barcelona! And that takes him up to double figures, the first significant goal-scoring landmark. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Not the most accurate pass. And he's only too happy to take that back. And it's Son Heung-min. No way through. He's on it, can he get away? Howson is the team's great visionary. Oh, easy pickings there. He's a sharp little ball here. Al Nassr have it back, and Messi! They've scored! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Law receives it, and the shot! Goal! Barcelona! Into the lead once more. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Oh, that's clever. Owen! And the ball's come loose here. DiMarco. Szoboszlai is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
Hello everybody, and this
It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Barcelona head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1.
Substitution on the field, number 11, Messi.
And we're underway again.
Is number 10, Diego
He
Forlan.
steps in, and that's the end of that. Can he get it through? Son Heung-min. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. Law is on his own, goes for a shot! That's really well cleared.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning, well played.
And no, that was never going to make it. And he's intervened well there. Fernandez. Now that looks a decent ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Conte. Now he's got space here. Van Dijk makes the interception. And he's quick to snatch it back. Well, nicely